Hey everyone, ever wondered about the true meaning behind the name of God? Today we're diving deep into a profound insight that might just change the way you view spirituality. In John 5:43, Jesus said, "I am come in my Father's name, and ye receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him ye will receive." But what does that really mean? Let's explore this together. When Jesus speaks of coming in his Father's name, he's pointing to something more profound than just a label or a title. The name of God isn't just a word we say. It's a representation of his essence, his nature, his reality. You see, in many spiritual traditions, names carry deep significance. They're not just identifiers, but bearers of power and meaning. When Jesus says he came in his Father's name, he's embodying the very essence of God. It's about being aligned with that divine reality, living in harmony with the Creator's will. So, why does Scripture place such importance on the name? Because it's more than just a sound. It's an experience, a connection. It's an invitation to move beyond the limitations of our understanding and step into a deeper relationship with the divine. Imagine for a moment that God is not just a being out there or a force above us, but rather a reality that transcends our limited understanding. What if God is not something to be defined or confined, but an experience to be felt and explored? This perspective encourages us to approach our spiritual journey with a sense of wonder and openness. Instead of clinging to dogma or certainty, we can embrace the mystery, the questions, and the beauty of the divine experience. So, what can we do with this insight? We can start by seeking to embody the qualities that Jesus reflected: love, compassion, humility. We can strive to live in alignment with that divine essence, making it a part of our everyday lives. In doing so, we honor the true name of God, not just with our words, but with our actions and our hearts. We step into a spiritual journey that's not about rigid beliefs, but about a living, breathing connection with the divine. So next time you think about God's name, remember, it's not just a word. It's an invitation to experience something greater, to live in a way that reflects the divine essence within us all. Thanks for watching. If you found this insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more spiritual explorations. Until next time, keep seeking, keep exploring, and stay blessed. Many think they know God. Many think they understand Christ. But what if the foundation is wider? What if God's own revealed name reshapes everything? These are vital, true descriptions, yet they are not his deepest personal name. Unveiling this name is a profound journey. It can change how we see divinity itself. It is a quest for deeper truth. Ancient cultures viewed names differently. A name was not merely a label. It held the very essence of a person. It revealed their character, their true being. God's own revealed name is infinitely more significant. It is a key to understanding divinity. It unlocks a more profound connection. Knowing God's revealed name can offer true intimacy. It brings us closer to the living reality of God. Our journey takes us to a familiar story. Moses stood on holy ground. He was before a burning, unconsumed bush. God himself spoke from within the flames. Moses, hesitant and filled with awe, asked a crucial question. "If I go to the Israelites," he said, "and say, 'The God of your fathers has sent me,' and they ask me, 'What is his name?' what shall I say to them?" God's reply was utterly profound. Ahayah Asher Ahayah. This ancient Hebrew phrase is immensely powerful. It is often translated as, "I am that I am," or perhaps, "I will be what I will be." It speaks of absolute, unconditioned being. It declares his complete self-existence. God simply in and of himself. He is not defined by anything or anyone else. He's the ultimate source of all existence. This name was a powerful promise, a promise of his enduring, faithful presence, a presence that changes everything. The name Ahayah is powerfully first person, I am. This is how God speaks of himself. This is his self-revelation from his own perspective. But how do we, as humans, speak him? How do we refer to this self-existent one in our prayers and praises? This is where the sacred name Yahuah comes into focus. It is understood as the third-person form. It is intrinsically and closely related to Ahayah. It carries a similar, profound essence. It speaks of his constant, dynamic being. Yahuah essentially means he is, or he who is, or, as some scholars suggest, he causes to be. It affirms God's eternal, unchanging existence. He is the one who was, who is, and who will always be. This name is not a mere static label. It is a dynamic description of his very nature. He is the ever-living, ever-acting God. This understanding is absolutely central. It is vital to grasping Old Testament faith. Yahuah points to God as the ultimate foundational reality. Section 4. Yahuah Shah, the Father's salvation manifested. Now let us consider another vital part of this revelation. This is the significant suffix, Shah. When added to Yahuah, it forms Yahuah Shah. It means Yahuah is salvation, or more actively, Yahuah saves. This name declares God's character. It reveals his ultimate purpose for creation. Section 5. Beyond Dogma. An invitation to encounter the eternal. Our journey through these sacred names is not merely academic. It is a heartfelt invitation to a deeper, richer encounter. Understanding Ahayah, Yahuah, and Yahuah Shah can transform our perception. It can move us beyond rigid, lifeless dogma. It can open us to the dynamic, living God, the God who is, who causes to be, and who saves. This changes how we see everything. It involves truly experiencing his divine presence. The names serve as guides in this sacred seeking. They reveal different aspects of his very heart. They show his profound desire to be known by us. They are pathways to communion.
Join me as I dive deep into the question that has puzzled humanity for ages: who is God really? I'm going to explore different beliefs and perspectives, and challenge my own understanding along the way. The concept of God has been a cornerstone of human culture and personal belief systems for thousands of years. From the majestic cathedrals of Europe to the vibrant temples of Asia, the idea of a higher power has shaped our art, literature, and even our daily lives. For many, God is a source of comfort, guidance, and strength, while for others, it's a philosophical concept that sparks intense debate and curiosity. One of the biggest challenges in understanding who God really is comes from the many misconceptions and misunderstandings that surround this concept. Some people view God as a strict judge, handing down punishments and rewards based on our actions. Others see God as a distant, impersonal force that governs the universe through physical laws. But what if these perspectives are only a small part of the story? What if our traditional views of God are limited by our individual experiences and cultural backgrounds? The idea of God varies greatly across different cultures and belief systems. In Christianity, God is often seen as a loving father figure who sent his son to save humanity. In Islam, God is considered a single, all-powerful entity who revealed the Quran to the Prophet Muhammad. Hinduism, on the other hand, presents a complex pantheon of gods and goddesses, each with their own stories and significance. And then there are those who approach God from a more philosophical or scientific perspective, seeing the universe itself as a manifestation of a higher power. Exploring these diverse interpretations can be both fascinating and unsettling. It forces us to confront our own assumptions and biases, and to consider the possibility that our understanding of God might be incomplete or even incorrect. By embracing this uncertainty, we can begin to see God in a new light, as a mystery that inspires awe, curiosity, and personal growth. As we journey through the various perspectives on God, a key insight emerges: perhaps God is not just a being or a force, but a reality that transcends our limited understanding. Maybe God is not something to be defined or confined, but rather an experience that can be felt and explored. This perspective encourages us to approach spirituality with a sense of wonder and openness, rather than dogma or certainty. In exploring who God really is, we find that the answer might not be a simple one. Instead, it's a multifaceted mystery that invites us to reflect on our values, our experiences, and our place in the world. By embracing this complexity, we can cultivate a deeper sense of empathy, compassion, and connection with others, regardless of their beliefs. So, who do you think God is? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Your perspectives and experiences can enrich our understanding and spark meaningful conversations. And if you're curious to explore more about spirituality and the human experience, be sure to check out my next video, where we'll dive into another thought-provoking topic.